Hey guys, Dennis here. I'm with
Joey. How you doing?
and here we are at Collider Games, and we're talking about some new news that came out. There was a leak of a Harry Potter RPG.
Yeah. So honestly, this popped up really quickly on YouTube. A kind of cell phone video that looked like it's from a focus group of some kind, and the news started tumbling in. As many networks and stuff picked this up. And now we're trying to piece together what it really means.
Yeah. This video, I guess this Reddit user called Vape This Bro had posted. He said he was like at a mall and they had some sort of survey or focus group.
Sure.
And somehow, I guess they didn't get him to sign an NDA, and
Right. And they didn't notice the phone or anything
that
like
he was
that.
filming it. And so, we've checked out the footage. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already. It's WB has already pulled it down from YouTube, but there are other places that you can find it.
Yeah.
My thoughts are, this is very interesting. As someone who, Harry Potter is something that I enjoy the movies, especially the third one on. Mm-hmm. It's not a lore that I'm like deep into. Like, I love Game of Thrones. I love a lot of like Fallout. I love all these other things. Harry Potter is one of those things where I enjoy watching them, but I really don't remember much of the lore.
Well, to be fair, the movies didn't give you nearly as much of the lore as the books did. They didn't make it stick.
But even still, even the basic stuff.
Yeah.
But this is something I'm interested in.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be a cool way to explore the lore because from this post, we got the information that this is going to be a game set in the 1800s. So this is before Harry Potter. This is also before the Fantastic Beasts movies. And I assume that with the way this is rolling out, this might be an announcement that we get kind of in tandem with Fantastic Beasts. But we get to explore a different part of Hogwarts, a different time, a different era, which means they have a lot more freedom. This is open world. You're creating your character. You get a choice of 8 different types of wizards. We already know there are 4 houses. And I really hope by 8 different types they don't just mean male and female.
Yeah, like different look. Like they gotta have different classes.
Yeah,
right?
I hope there's some like kind of subclass within the because gender should not be a type of wizard. But there's a whole bunch of stuff to this experience. We saw a little bit of Hogsmeade in the video. We saw a little bit of the Forbidden Forest. The big speculation right now is who's making this.
Yeah, they've been talking about. I mean, there was rumors that maybe Rocksteady was, but I guess a lot of people on the internet are pointing to Avalanche, saying that they had posted a while back, I think last year, for a job posting, and they're working on a AAA RPG title, and they were looking for someone that was ingrained in the British culture and grammatical.
Well,
speech.
and especially if you're doing a game set in the 1800s, like It's very easy to go research what the UK is like now. It's hard to go research what it was like over 100 years ago. So one of the things I get why people are pointing to Rocksteady. It's a British developer. It's already got the WB license that we've seen through the Batman games. But Avalanche is an interesting one. From what we've seen of the game, it's hard to tell exactly what the engine's going to be like. It's probably running on some version of Unreal. And with the Unreal Engine, it's very hard to tell, which developer because everyone can use it and everyone can kind of make something different with it. Now, if we saw like telltale signs of like the Rage Engine or something like that, then we know it's like Rockstar. But for this, it's a tough one to figure out. I do see
we're looking at cell phone footage that's a little blurry, and also it's still in development.
One of the things I did see pointed out though is that on the choosing your character menu, a lot of the titles and things like that aren't filled in yet. They're like placeholder names and things like that. So that kind of points to a very early point in development with this. They're not playtesting story and things like that. But that being said, what we saw in the video, granted it's through a cell phone and all that, it did look pretty polished. The particle effects of building that bridge, we saw not just gameplay, but we saw cutscenes. We saw the combat, which looks a little more brutal than I would expect.
Yeah, I think I saw was it an axe or at least maybe some sort of sharp object go into a troll?
Or a goblin, I think. And then one of the things that came from the Reddit post was that you are playing as a fifth-year student who is newly arrived to Hogwarts because of a latent magic ability. And you have a magic ability that kind of transcends what other people do in that you can kind of sense this potent, ancient magic, and something starts happening at the school that only you can see and only you can figure out, which makes you the special one, and it's why you're playing as you. So with the RPG element of this, I'm excited. This is the same kind of thing that, like, when people said they wanted a Pokemon RPG and like it would be so simple and it's all we ever wanted. Harry Potter, I think, is another one of those. It's like we just want to be at Hogwarts.
It makes sense because like I said before, as someone who likes the movies but didn't read the books and doesn't know the lore, and you mentioned like a bunch of locations in that video, I didn't even know what they were. But this is something that interests me because I like RPGs, especially like action adventure RPGs, and they're talking about this being kind of a large scale thing. You have Lisa Mzimba, who's a BBC news reporter. She responded to Eurogame's news on the leaked footage, and she wrote that she's being told that the RPG is currently titled Harry Potter Magic Awakened. Although other titles, including Magic Forever, are also in the mix. I mean, this is interesting because if you look at I looked at the lineage of Harry Potter games, and surprising for such a huge franchise, it's very minimal. You have this Quidditch World Cup in 2003, which is not an RPG at all. It's Quidditch. You have the 2 Lego games, right?
Yeah.
This is for kids. I remember playing a little of the first one. And then you have like these augmented reality games and mobile games.
Yes, and when the Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery was announced, that was the kind of maybe this is the Pokemon Go of the Harry Potter world kind of vibe, and it came and went just as quickly.
So they've never actually attempted something this kind of big that's dedicated and focused on console gamers to play.
Well, and the other thing is that they've never really written a new story for this, because all these games are focused around Harry Potter. In fact, if you look at all the titles, Harry Potter is in the title. Yeah. What was the quote that we were looking at for previously? Harry Potter Magic Awakened. This is something that I think is going to change. I think it is called Harry Potter currently just to get people excited for a Harry Potter game, but it's not going to be a Harry Potter game. If it's set in the 1800s, it can't be a Harry Potter game. It's
like
going
Hogwarts
to be a Hogwarts game. So calling it Harry Potter Magic Awakened or Magic Forever or something like that, again, a small niggle, but it's my Assassin's Creed Odyssey issue all over again.
Yeah, they want to use the name that's known, right?
Yeah.
They might.
But I mean, to be fair, Fantastic Beasts isn't using that.
Yeah, it's true. But Fantastic Beasts is not making as much money as Harry Potter.
And that's maybe what they're learning. Maybe this is kind of targeted marketing to get the idea out there that this is a Harry Potter game. Yeah. And then when the name gets announced,
or they'll slip it in there with a colon, something. Yeah. The lore of Potter or something like that. I don't know. But it's something that, like I said myself, I'm very interested in seeing how this title develops.
Yeah, honestly, the combat system looked great too, like the aiming reticles and seeing that switch to an over-the-shoulder view. I know that's kind of tough sometimes about like actually getting aiming in that situation. So I'll see how this is gonna work out. But I'm excited.
Yeah, it's something that I hope is high quality and is like a AAA title like they mentioned. All right, guys. So that's what we thought of the leaked Harry Potter RPG. Did you check out the footage? What do you think? Are you excited? Are you someone like me who's more of a casual Harry Potter fan but is still interested in the game? Or someone like Joe who's more into the Harry Potter lore that's going to be very excited? Because this is a whole new story. This takes place, is not connected. At least maybe we don't know. Maybe they'll sneak in some Easter eggs that connect it to some of the existing Harry Potter.
I need to go ask Jack Hind about his British opinions on this.
All right, guys. Joey, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, Joey Rassool, RASSOOL.
You can find me on Twitter @ThinkHero, on Instagram, Dennis.tzng. Make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, youtube.com/ColliderGames, and we'll see you guys next time.